Howdy, everybody. We're the Lindsey family. Mom and Dad and 11 children. Jared's the oldest in the band who showed the rest it could be done.
I'm Elizabeth, and I'm the oldest daughter. I try to be the support on the bass.
Ben is our original fiddler. He has an independent streak and contagious charisma.
Caleb's got the magic touch. A master on mandolin, he can play anything. Rebecca is all sweetness and our steady optimist on guitar.
Naomi's a little pistol who lends her spunk and fiddle to the band. Susanna is a deep well, sensitive and reserved with a powerful voice.
Timothy brings the comic relief and is our dependable banjo boy.
Liberty, Michael, Olivia, well, they're the up-and-comers and bring the all-important cute factor. We're bluegrass believers.
We're the Lindsey family band.
Life on the road can be tough, and for a family of 13, it takes a whole new level of commitment and harmony. Just ask the Lindsey family. I'm Ty Pennington, and welcome to American Journey. Now, this toe-tapping, heart-touching bluegrass band is rolling through Kentucky on Big Blue, and this is where they spend a lot of the year. So, Alan, where are we headed today?
Well, Ty, we're headed down the road for another adventure. Gonna go bring some good news to people that need to hear it.
Singing a little bit of gospel.
Amen.
You may own a lovely mansion, you might drive a fancy car, be a Hollywood attraction or a famous movie star.
What we do on a regular basis with our little family band is we play music that we trust will edify and uplift people. That's really it in a nutshell. There's no magic to it, and anybody could do it.
There'll be no more night, my faith will be sight when I walk beyond those gates.
When we're playing music together, what we're doing is presenting a message, and we're having a lot of fun.
Ties them together. When they're working together like that, it really does create a bond between them.
Every day I'll let my little light shine.
Picking that thing like a pro. Yes, ma'am.
Tell them we have a baby.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell you all that we have a baby coming.
But I'm gonna hold it.
And Olivia says she's gonna hold it.
My husband and I committed to have all the children that the Lord would give us because the Bible says that children are a blessing from the Lord.
The fact that he's given us, 12 of them.
I got him. I'm happy now.
Is challenging. You have to really sort of come to bed at night and say, do I really believe this thing or not? Because it's starting to get expensive.
I win, because I got the door.
I was here with Papa the day he came by to look at this school that we're now living in.
It sounds funky.
We needed room.
Make her move out of the way.
You come in here and replace me.
Man, Les, what a roadblock you are.
1, 2, 3.
Living in a school? I mean, who does that? Nobody lives in a school.
Aren't we weird enough?
Aren't we weird enough?
Seriously?
I felt like the Lord gave me the opportunity to buy this building, and I did. And we've been filling it up ever since.
Living in a school. Oh.
When they were coming once a year, life was hectic then, but I look back and I think, wow, it was easier then than it is now, because now I have children getting married and children going to college and still children that are little, and they have a baby on the way. So actually this pregnancy was pretty hard for me. At my age, I was thinking, I'm not sure that I can do this anymore.
Language.
I did spell it. Language, yes.
We decided to homeschool. It was a decision that was just consistent with the rest of our lives.
I know
what I'm gonna
those.
say. Or I, followed by 2 consonants.
God doesn't want us delegating education. We don't even try to mimic, say, a public school setting in our home, because that's just foolhardy. I don't have a classroom. Well, that's not really true. I live in a school. But our life is a classroom.
I wanted to know if I could have things. You don't have to brush, you don't have to use toothpaste or water. I I mean, there's toothpaste in the middle of them.
No.
No, you only brush your teeth one thing.
Listen to me for a second. All throughout your life, people are going to be handing you things that make you think that you don't have to work, that are going to supposedly make your life easier, and almost always they make your life harder. Okay? So just use the toothbrush.
Going to ring the bell. It's dinner time in the Lindsey house. And so I'm going to try to get everybody to come with the bell. It never works, though. I don't even know why I do it.
Hey, Olivia. You want to wake up? Can you wake up? Here, sit up. Open your eyes. I'm learning how to play ukulele. Ukulele, but we do not know where that is, which you lost it. I did not.
Do you like playing the ukulele, Olivia?
Yeah, but I don't know where it is.
We hate to admit it, but Olivia really has become the centerpiece of the Lindsey family. That's primarily because our demographic is, mostly retired couples, and they just want to see the little kids. They don't really care about us. Having that come from the mouth of a little tiny girl, there's just a magic there. No way to create that any other way. If I were to sing that, people might go, oh yes, that's nice. When she sings it, they go, oh.
You stand up there and you sing the beautiful songs. How does it make you feel inside? Happy, sad?
It's wonderful. Chico Camry!
I believe what God has done in our family is raised up a small, group of people that can potentially change the world. And if we held them all inside, there wouldn't be any change.
To see the first child leaving home in a way that I knew that they would not be coming back was hard.
Don't come thinking like you're kicking the tires and, peeing on trees, because that ain't how it happens at my house.
Everything with my dad is hard. Everything.
Howdy, everybody. We're the Lindsey family. Mom and Dad and 11 children. And we're bluegrass believers.
We often hear from people, folks are impressed with the family, and they'll use words like, everything looks perfect. Never should anybody think we got it all together, because we don't. We're a mess. We really are.
Something that's not being good and I have.
You can't read two of them. And she said, this isn't my book, this is my Bible. Don't talk back to your father.
That's what I was just gonna say.
The children get a healthy dose of discipline, consequences. When we grow up, we might not get spanked, but we get other kinds of consequences that hurt probably worse.
We are
Every day, we come together in the morning for a breakfast meal, and then after our meal, we'll open the Bible. But the point there is to have a discussion.
current mode of thought seems to be every time somebody does something bad, make a new law that hems everybody else in.
How do you know what's wrong if you don't have a law? As far as pleasing my dad, it's almost impossible. But we still push forward and we do our best.
There's a difference between the letter of the law and the spirit of it.
Where is it written that I can't do that?
You know, the person who gets technical and does stupid stuff like that, they're the ones that need to be spanked.
Wait a minute. I know someone who gets really technical. Ouch.
Name one.
You got kicked out of a restaurant for manipulating their menu.
That's a really good example.
We have argued and we've worked through it, and it turned out to be fine, and I learned. I'm not sure if he learned or not, but that's none of my business.
Especially when they're young, there are battles that we have to win. And I guess I don't apologize for that. I win the battle. But I wouldn't necessarily say that we actually keep order, now that I think about it.
Who's getting who?
The towels around here don't have corners anymore. They're round.
I'm not sure when I'm supposed to get involved in this. The story of Elizabeth and Clay really begins with the philosophy of relationships. It starts with, I guess there's no easy way to say this, a complete eradication of the dating concept from our home. We don't even consider that a valid approach.
Everything with my dad is hard, everything. So when it came to relationships, I knew it was just gonna be hard.
Clay kind of came into our lives one day at a bluegrass concert in Russell Springs, Kentucky. And it was one of those deals where he was just kind of hanging around and we were chatting. And the next thing you know, I'm getting feedback that there's some Facebook stuff going on. I'm like, pah, boom, enough of that. We don't do it that way. So me and Clay had a little come to Jesus meeting one day, and I said, that's not how we do it. You don't come to my daughter, you come to me.
When you're out on the road, there's a lot of guys just constantly. I don't mean that to sound prideful, I just mean like they're just at you constantly. I can see how it would stress him to have that constantly and not know, like, is this a good one, is this a bad one? I don't want to leave her with all the decisions. And
you know, my counsel to him was, you will invite my eternal scorn if you come with anything other than the expectation of marriage. Don't come thinking like you're kicking the tires and, you know, peeing on trees, because that ain't how it happens at my house.
So that's why he looks like he's a part of the family, because he's learning how to be.
But he's not your boyfriend.
But he's not my boyfriend. He is my friend that I'm gonna marry. Like, the whole awkward thing. But it's great, it works out, so.
Mama and I, you know, we walked through that process very, very imperfectly. In fact, you know, we did a bunch of stuff wrong. We eloped and didn't even tell our parents about it. I don't really have a moral standing here. I don't have an authority in it. It's not like I did it myself, but I know it to be a good thing.
About to die. Yes. While you're off for the last 2 hours of the party. And I promise.
Now, Ben, our third born, is getting married. And so there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in my mind.
To see the first child leaving home in a way that I knew that they would not be coming back was hard. I think it is more complicated by the fact that he's so far away, that it's not just down the road and that we won't get to see him as often as we'd like to. We don't raise him up to keep him home, so I'm glad for him that his life is going on.
Oh my goodness, my brother's about to get married.
In my heart of hearts, I don't believe that my son is doing the right thing.
When we're not in our schoolhouse, the Lindseys live on the bus. Our life on the road has taught us that it's not always smooth. Sometimes God lets us hit the bumps.
Welcome a very special group of folks that we've come to know and love, the Lindsey family.
We went through a very difficult time on this tour. The Lord has seen fit to take our baby home early.
From strength to strength, we sometimes go.
We had learned that Our baby didn't have a heartbeat, and we were choosing to go ahead and carry her through the pregnancy.
We actually delivered our 12th child on the road, which was the one thing we asked the Lord not to let us go through.
Many of you already know that our family's just come through a really difficult trial.
I guess I felt like if I didn't tell the story that there wouldn't be any purpose to her life.
I just felt like he put his arms around me and said, nothing I call you to will ever be too hard for you. It's true. His grace is sufficient, and it's sufficient for you no matter what you're going through.
God has really kind of taken us through the ringer this past month, really.
We long for babies. We love them. And this one we didn't get to hold. That was hard. The Lindsey family right now is 12 children. One of them is with the Lord. So the 11 that are here have to learn how to live together. And they've done that very well. So when one of them leaves, it really is an extrication. There's a, you know, it's a ripping and tearing. It's not an easy separation.
That's how awesome I am. You can just...
Okay, so this weekend, my brother Ben, who's right beneath me, is getting married, and it's kind of an interesting new adventure. It's not something we've ever experienced before, so you get out here and you realize, oh my goodness, my brother's about to get married.
I think the girls were just like, we're gonna stick the guys with the ugliest possible.
We're gonna make them look as stupid as possible.
I know, we'll make them look like pioneers. Yeah, and people already think we're Amish, so.
You only get to do it once. Or I guess we feel like you should only do it once. And he's young. And he doesn't know what he doesn't know yet, you know?
It's a little scary. I mean, just, I've always had my parents right there, and even though I gave them a hard time, I always knew that they were right there, be there.
It's a hard day for me, son.
It's already good.
Sparkling grape.
Where'd you get that? Dollar store?
$2.50.
You know, it's kind of a mix of happy and sad. I'm hugging my boy and realizing that he's gonna be a married man after tonight, and that's a little tough to swallow.
I definitely don't take it for granted now. You know, the time I have with my family here, and I know that I'm probably gonna be moving on at some point too. I just don't take it for granted because this time of my life only lasts so long, and I want to make sure I enjoy it.
We started planning, how are just doing the wedding thing, the whole, how do you do this song and how do you get that song, and this has got to be on the iPod and this one's got to be on this person's thing, and I'm like, I can do this and I can do that and I can do this and I can do that. And next thing you know, I'm running the soundboard. It didn't really dawn on me, until right before the ceremony started, that if I'm running the soundboard, I'm not sitting with my wife.
My dad handled the wedding. He seemed a little confused. I'm being honest here. He didn't know quite what to do with himself. I don't think he was prepared for how that was going to feel. So I'm a little scared of what it's going to mean for me.
In the midst of all of that mechanical stuff, I was able to take in the moment, and I was very proud of my son. You know, he's got a good girl. It's just a bittersweet place to be.
Love never loses faith.
In my heart of hearts, I don't believe that my son is doing the right thing. But I also know that I didn't either.
But it'll work, love will work.
And God preserved me, and so he'll preserve men.
Let's just say this, amazing wedding, beautiful.
Yeah, that was great.
That's a big deal. That's a big moment in your life.
Yeah, it is.
And just as a dad, how are you handling that?
Mama and I feel like we've launched one and we got 10 more to go.
So yeah, it's like, so is the band still going to be together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anybody else getting married, or are we losing anybody? We gaining anybody else?
We don't need to talk about that right now. Yeah, we're probably going to be looking at more weddings sometime in the near future.
Well, look, just wanted to say thanks for letting me hitch a ride on this really incredible journey. I can't wait to see what happens with the family. I'm sure it's going to get bigger and bigger. But trust me, you're already pretty big.
Thank you.
For American Journey, I'm Ty Pennington. Lindsey family, take us out.
Say, what is your name?
What is your name?
No, I mean, what is your name?
My name is Papa.
Life on the road with the Lindseys is an adventure. There's no other word I can describe.
Okay, come back the other way now. Hurry, quick!
What is eternity?
I don't know. What's eternity?
4 bonded, 4-way stops.
Wow.
Take that to that side of the kitchen.
We get a lot of variety of behavior on the bus.
Olivia. Let me oh.
Oh, Naomi. I got him. I'm happy now.
Am I still checking the mic?
Where do the bees go to the bathroom? At the BP station. Everybody's staring now. I'm gonna sing with you while you're singing.
Exactly.
Can you hear her good enough?
Yes!